Passive Income Lifestyle Series. I'm your host, Travis Watts, the Director of Investor Education here at Ashcroft Capital. Today's episode is titled Healthy Wealth, 3 Tips for Your Well-Being. Disclaimers as always, never financial advice. In this case, also never medical or health advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a financial advisor. So with that top of mind, if we don't have our health, what use is our wealth? I think about it this way. Would I want to trade life situations with a billionaire who is bedridden for life? No, and I suspect that you probably wouldn't either. So on this show, we talk a lot about wealth. That is the primary theme. However, I would argue that health is a lot more important, and I at least wanted to make one episode for you on the topic. Additionally, one of the primary goals of the show is to take the very complex and to break it down and make it simple and easy to understand. So what I want to share with you in this episode are 3 different health hacks or tips that you can apply in your life that may have a very positive impact, as they've had a very positive impact in my life in terms of health. Again, not a doctor, not medical advice. Please always consult with your doctor before doing any of these things, but wanted to share some things that may be helpful to you. And number 1 is intermittent fasting. And what this refers to is having your last meal of the day between 5 and 7 p.m., depending on when you go to sleep, and then not having any food in your system until lunch the next day. And what this does is it allows your body to rest and to repair itself, cuts down on the amount of calories that you consume. It can simplify your mornings. It can give you potentially more energy, as it often does for me, and it maximizes fat burning potential in your body. Now, if you have to have a cup of coffee in the morning or something like that, it would be best, if you're intermittent fasting, not to have creamer or sugar with it. Just drink black coffee. And if you do have to have something to eat in the morning, just be mindful that that will, in fact, break your fast in terms of what your body is doing. But I would focus on something not carb loaded, not oatmeal or cereal or toast or something like that, and focus on fresh greens or maybe some fresh spinach or a smoothie, something a lot lighter if you're looking to accelerate the fat burning process and keep your energy levels higher. And number 2 is drinking celery juice, something I've talked about on a lot of podcasts historically, something I often do. It may seem weird, it may seem odd, but there was an entire book written on this by Anthony William called Celery Juice, the Most Powerful Medicine of Our Time, Healing Millions Worldwide. Is about 200 pages in length, goes through all kinds of testimonials and studies and stats and facts, which I'm not going to cover here in this episode. You can check it out for yourself. And by the way, you do need a juicer to properly make celery juice in the way that I'm talking about it, not a blender. So you put the celery stalks in, ideally organic, washed celery, and you drink a minimum of 16 ounces 30 minutes before eating. So if you are going to have breakfast, this is 30 minutes before breakfast. If you're doing the intermittent fasting, this would be 30 minutes before lunch. And a few things that I've noticed after doing this for many years, and my wife has noticed too, is that inflammation goes down, your joints generally feel better, bloating goes down, our energy goes up, our skin started looking better after approximately a month after doing this. You may see slight weight reduction by doing this, and our digestion has improved since we've been on celery juice. So something to think about. And number 3 is exercise. I saved this for last on purpose because it's my belief that diet can get you about 70% to most of your health goals, and exercise gets you the rest of the way with 30%. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I don't like waking up super early in the morning, having to drive to gyms, buying really expensive gym equipment, doing all kinds of supplement things and protein shakes. So I like to keep it very, very simple. I do push ups, sit ups, dumbbells, and occasional cardio. It's a very low cost way to exercise. And if you travel a lot like I do, there's really no excuse why you couldn't exercise a particular day or a particular week. So when it comes to push-ups, usually this is 50 to 100 push-ups depending on your personal capabilities, and I usually do a few sets of maybe 10 to 30 reps. For sit-ups, I do at least 100 sit-ups, and that's broken down into two different sets of 50 reps. And when it comes to dumbbells, I go to the point of exhaustion. There's too many factors to figure out. I can't tell you exactly what weight or what specific moves you should be doing. I just do as many as I can until I can't lift the dumbbells anymore. And when it comes to cardio, I usually do this 2 to 3 times per week. And I live in Florida, so we tend to have really nice weather pretty much year round. So mornings and evenings, go for a jog, go for a quick run or a sprint, depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. If you don't live in a climate like that, or you're not in an area with walking trails or accessibility, you don't have a home gym or a treadmill or a stationary bike, you could consider things like burpees or doing jumping jacks, or as goofy as it might sound, just simply running in place, putting your hands up like this and kicking your legs up and down can get your heart rate up really quickly. Just make sure that you close your windows and blinds, or your neighbors might think you're a little weird. So, with all of this in mind, your greatest wealth is your health. I appreciate you guys letting me share these three quick items. I hope there's some practicality in there for you, something that's applicable. Thank you for listening to the Passive Income Lifestyle Series. I'm Travis Watts. If you ever want to take a deeper dive into Ashcroft Capital or passive income investing, reach out to me at travis@ashcroftcapital.com. For current offerings and opportunities, you can visit avaf3.com. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next episode.